Woo! Good evening, everybody. I'm back. It's Bobby, and it's late night gaming time. I just thought I'd hit up the game here for a little while here with you guys tonight. So pretty excited. Yeah, back on Diablo 4, of course. Did this earlier. Died. Came back. Gonna do better this time, hopefully. Got really glitchy earlier. I am wasted. I probably will die. And I got music going. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Took care of that business. Oh, shit. Josh, I will get to you in just a moment here, sir. I'm in a heap of trouble at the moment. Woo! Got out of that one alive. Yeah. All right, we got a party up in here. Josh Joseph, what up, Bobby? Josh, how you doing, brother? I am smashed. Bobby Munson, this bastard. God, man, I am. Wow. I'm 3 sheets to the wind for sure. I've been drinking since this afternoon and smoking like nobody's business. It's fantastic. Hopefully, I don't die doing this. I have a feeling I'm walking into a damn trap here. Good, because I'm starting to like yell. Yeah, it's a party up in here, then, Josh. What are you smoking, brother? I've been hitting up the Huckleberry soda tonight, and drinking some Guinness Nitro. Guinness Nitro, unsponsored Guinness Nitro. Delicious. The party goes on and on and on and on and on. And the party goes. Granddaddy Perp Oil. Yeah, brother. That's awesome. I might hit up some dabs in a little while. That's what I'm feeling tonight. I got a lot of dabs. I got a pretty decent rig. I like it. You do the dabs very often, or not one of the ones that doesn't really get affect you like the edibles? Oh, hello. Nice. Oh, what we got here? Oh. Dab a dab. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. Yeah, I got a pretty sweet glass rig. And I think I'm pretty sure my torch is all all juiced up, so it should be good. I also don't know if I should be operating a dab rig in my condition right now, but whatever. Nobody ever said I was a responsible adult. Pastor, what you been smoking on tonight, brother? For anyone who doesn't know, I totally got some tunes playing in the headset. That's why I'm fucking head banging and having a good time. Whose game is this with everybody saying, "Hi, Parrish"? Are you trying to throw me off because you know that I've been getting intoxicated all day? Yeah. Andre C coming in. Bodacious Bobby giving it up. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Good to see you out here tonight. Josh coming in. Has anyone seen the AI acting trend on the talk? We talked about like why everybody's on strike and everything like that too, because I mean that's wild. That's like definitely all kinds of messed up. It's not right to do that to the people who put in the hard work and make a living out of doing that stuff. Bullshit. I mean, the art of AI is clever, but it really doesn't need to be taking jobs away from hardworking people. Andre's shopping right now. Yeah, man. What are you shopping for? No, Bobby. People are whoa. People are acting like AI and non-playable character. That type of. Oh, okay, I get you. I thought you were talking about all the things with the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild and everything. Oh, that looks like a bad idea. Oh, this is totally a bad idea. Yep, I am not a high enough level for this shit. Hey, buddy, I see you there. Don't worry. You're welcome in here, Parrish. I got music playing right now, and I can't put the controller down at the moment. So You can come on in if you want. Oh, shit. Oh, it froze. No. Shit. Run, run, run. That's lucky. Seriously, seriously lucky. Wow. Slash hack repeat title my biography. Nice. Oh, how did I survive that? I don't know. My screen fucking froze. I was so worried. Wow. Ferris, you can come on in, brother. Join, Parrish, join. Come in and chat. Oh, fuck. Nice. Level up. Parrish, Josh is saying come on and play, brother. I agree. Shit. Some angry ass bears. Parrish, you can join me, man. I turned my music off. Oh, fuck. Whoa, that's a nice, unique item. Fuck yeah. Oh, visceral strike. Sweet. Sweet ass sweet. That's awesome. I don't have a key for that one. Damn. Ooh, Frosty mine? I think not. I'm not going to push my luck right now.
Do it.
Parrish, how's it going, man?
Good, good.
What's up?
I just had to get the windows ready.
Okay, I got you. There, now you can play with the buttons. I can concentrate on the game. I love it.
Oh no, I'm not touching nothing.
I don't either. I just fucking go look over and read every once in a while. Yeah, kill some innocent animals. Oh, and then we'll take on these bastards.
I mean, if we did stuff on Twitch like the real people do it on Twitch instead of using StreamYard, we'd probably be doing the same thing anyway.
Oh, sorry, man. In the middle of fights, I can't hear a word you're saying. Trust me. Sorry. So I caught none of that.
Stop fighting, then.
But they came at me first.
Hey, we're not talking about who's coming at who.
Isn't it in South Park where they're coming right for us? Then you can kill them.
I don't really watch South Park.
Boo.
I see like the occasional episodes, but man, it got like so
awesome.
It was one of those things like because I was in grade 6 when it started.
Yeah.
And then it was one of those things where everyone was doing it, and I was always so against the grain to the point where it's like, yeah, I just like my wrestling, knowing that I was like the only guy that liked wrestling until Stone Cold Steve Austin drank beer and flipped his boss off. Then all of a sudden I was like the coolest kid in school because wrestling was awesome. But I don't know.
Something tells me this is a bad fight to get myself into. Like, these guys are easy, but I have a feeling their boss is going to be a real pain in the butt.
I'm going to put this on big screen so it looks like you're just beating up dogs.
Whoa, what happened there? Will she now? Oh, what the hell is that? No, that doesn't look good. We're gone. I'm gone. Let's just... Oh, fuck. No, this isn't good. That's it. We're getting the hell out of here. Not chancing it. Woo!
Is that a fucking polar bear cam? I haven't changed at all.
Goddamn polar bears. Fuck them. Parrish is such a Kyle. Yeah, good one.
Are you calling my mom a bitch?
Let's not get into that now.
How dare you?
Well...
It was funny because I had grown up, I had a friend named Kyle, and then he'd always watch it. So it's you want to know what happened on South Park? And I was like, well, and then I would do the song. He's like, really?
Oh, what
I'm kind of Cartman in a way though too, because I remember we had a class and we got a new teacher 2 weeks in because the first one had to leave or something. Something happened within his family, so he had to actually move. So they brought in this new guy. I was a smart ass, and it was weird because if you knew me back then, that was different. I was not a smart ass as a kid. I'm just a smart ass now.
You were a good.
So I got kicked out. Not really. I would just I was always just in my own world because me and a few buddies we did the backyard and basement wrestling. And I was the guy that just came up with all the stuff. I was just smart enough that when like creative writing came for English, I just used those guys because I knew the backstory like instantly. So it was easy. So everything I did, I just had the wrestlers, and I just did continuation. Plus, like I'm trying to remember the book. It was about like a hockey team. Oh my god, why can't I remember? But it was like a kids hockey team, and they always like they became detectives too because there's always something that happened. Let me actually. I want to say the Screech Owls was the name. That sounds right. Yeah, Screech Owls. It wasn't the Mighty Ducks, although I do own a jersey, and I did just watch the Once Upon a Time in Anaheim. That is a good documentary.
What is that one?
Once Upon a Time in Anaheim, because it documents how the actual Mighty Ducks, like the movie, created the actual NHL team. So it's like life imitating art in a way, or art imitating life, whatever the saying is. But Joshua, I have an idea for you. How about one Sunday you come on Busting Out?
I like that idea.
But there's a twist.
Twist, hey?
We change it up. We go Busting Out, semicolon, a moment with the Brunch Busters.
Okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
None of them had knuckle puck. Emilio, I missed that. Sorry.
You 100% did.
Yeah.
So I took over. You kind of sent me buttons, so
I was having to be a brave barbarian there for a while. And again.
I mean, nobody's a Russ Tyler. The best thing is I actually do own a customized Mighty Ducks District 5 jersey. I just have no idea where it might be in my hockey bag, like my actual hockey bag. Well, then let's talk.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, but I mean, we gotta make it big.
Well, yeah. I don't mean like Sunday, like maybe next weekend or something.
Well, not that the one after is Busting Out 50. We kind of need to. We got to talk about that one.
Yeah,
that's a big one. I think maybe Busting Out 69 would be appropriate. Although that's like a few.
That's a long ways away yet.
But it would be nice. I don't know, but let's talk. Actually, we're all old enough to remember. Actually, no, that's also still a while away.
Old enough to remember, still too young to care.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Russ Tyler. He wore 56. Let's make it on Busting Out 56. I believe that's November-ish. Huh?
Is it? Because we're coming up to 50 already.
We're 50 next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's 4 weeks in a month.
Yeah, in August, and then we hit September.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I might want to watch October then. Yeah.
I would say we'd be about September-ish. Right. Around the 1 year.
Let me pull up the calendar. Let me pull up the calendar. I'm just an idea guy. I don't think things through a lot. Come on. Okay. Calendar. There we go. Okay, so 23rd is 49, right? This Sunday. We got 50 on the 30th. 4. So 56 would be September 3rd.
There you go. How about it?
Busting out 69 is still in this calendar year, which I think is hilarious.
It's kind of funny. It'd be even funnier if when's it closer to? Is it like Christmas time? That'd be even more funny.
It's December 3rd if we don't do any more in weeks, which I think we may, because obviously I'm going to have some time in November where I'm free during the week. And well, you get those half Fridays off, so we might even just do
that only goes until start of September. It's just a summertime thing. Yeah, I know.
That's a word I can't say on screen. See, I catch myself.
I was gonna say there's something we can't say on the stream.
Yeah, trust me. Yeah.
Okay.
It's better I don't.
All right.
Say it.
All right.
Well, hey Joshua, list me some of your favorite numbers. Specifically ones after 50. And we can't go 69 because I farted. 54 Urlacher. 54 is actually the number John Cena always wears too. I think he's an Urlacher guy though too, because I remember him always having an Urlacher. Didn't he have an Urlacher jersey when he did that parking lot brawl with Eddie Guerrero? Somebody fact check me on that. I think I'm actually right.
Don't ask me. I don't know shit.
And that'd be a fucking drop too. 64. Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking 64 because we're all old enough to play the Nintendo 64. In fact, I actually have one below me right now. Like I'm not even lying. Nintendo 64 right here.
Right there.
Talking about busting out something.
Those look like some good items. Oh, plus 32. Yep. That's it. Fuck off.
I have Ken Griffey Jr. baseball in there right now.
Yeah, I don't know baseball, but I know that game.
So the one thing I love about baseball games is just one, like, if you understand baseball, I just like sport games because I can just play the games. I can just not like. I get bored doing these kinds of games halfway through.
Really?
I do. I get so bored doing the same kind of.
See, I like this, and I like sports games quite a bit.
And I'm a jock, so.
Like, I don't always enjoy all sports, but I could sit down and play a sports game with most people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can dive right into like a season, and the season in baseball is so like insanely long that.
But I mean, I was a complete fucking loser in school. Like, I was a nerd through and through. So, like, I just play games like this all the time.
I remember we were doing in one class, we had to do like a geography assignment. We had to pick a state. So I chose Texas. And we got the option to do a video on somebody we think is important in Texas. So you know what I did? I picked Shawn Michaels, and I played the ladder match from SummerSlam with Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels.
Nice.
It was,
well,
it was just an excuse for me to watch wrestling at school and get away with it. It was awesome.
That's funny you say that, because in, I think it was like grade 2 or 3, so we had to pick a country to study and do like a presentation. Then they did this like night where everybody, like all the parents came out, and you kind of like presented everything there. And I totally chose Japan just based on my love for wrestling and Yokozuna at the time. That's how I learned how to use.
Josh is playing the show right now.
Nice.
Show's a good game. I almost bought a PlayStation because I liked the show and I really wanted a real baseball game, and Xbox just never had one. And then I saw a rumor that the show was coming to Xbox. So
yeah,
I think I waited like a year. Yeah, that was great. I didn't have to switch.
I've never actually played it though, so I don't know. Oh, I completed some tier. Nice.
It's fun. It's actually fun.
I should give it a try.
It's not easy actually, but I mean, like if you're good at it, like it's like any other game. When you're good at it, you're good at it. No.
Yeah, I should really give it a whirl sometime though, because I like playing NHL, despite the fact that the controls have changed all wonky over the years, but I get used to it after time. I'm really good at FIFA. Like, I'll give it that. Like, FIFA, I'm good at.
The thing with the NHL games is the exact problem I find with the league, that it's so standard. There's no lack of creativity on anything. Like, one, in NHL, when you create a team, you get, like, all the 32 teams' logos, obviously. You have the AHL, and I think you have the ECHL, and there's like some customized ones. And there's some retro, not all. Like, we're talking the Mighty Ducks earlier. So that triangular. Hello, Bobby Benito. How are you?
Bobby, welcome back. Bobby was hanging out earlier today too.
I know. I saw that.
Having you in.
I love
Bobby's been in all the shows lately. Bobby's been kicking ass and coming out, hanging out. It's fantastic.
That's because Bobby's awesome.
Yeah, we missed Bobby.
He was one of the guys that I legit loved having in the streams when we were out over I Love Wrestling, and it kind of sucked when we started doing our local establishment. We didn't see him right away, but it's absolutely awesome to see you involve Bobby. You're 100%. Fantastic, and we always appreciate you when you come through.
100%. We're going to try a different route. Oh, there's a exclamation mark. There's some sort of thing.
Bobby's watching the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I think it's Death Before Dishonor, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that still going? I thought that started at 3 or, well, maybe, I guess, yeah. If it ends up being 4-hour show.
Well, I mean, if Tony Khan is putting up a PLE, it's gonna go on forever.
What?
I swear to God, he looks at Wrestle Kingdom and he's like, challenge accepted.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he probably doesn't blink at all, just like his promos. It's probably creepy as hell. But yeah, no. Anyway, going back to the NHL, so the triangle duck goalie mask, the original logo for the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, you can't get that, and you can't use that when you want to create a team or stuff like that. Because during the pandemic, I got so bored that I decided to just recreate all the teams and put my spin on what I think their jerseys would look like. My Arizona Coyote jerseys were unreal, by the way. I'm not proud of a lot because some I kept normal. It's also funny because with the Rangers, you can't do the diagonal word mark that they have. You have to put a logo, so it looks weird. Joshua says, my senior year, I picked to set up the music for a presentation at the end of the year, so I found normal music relevant to the era, but at the end, when they showed the teachers throughout our class years, I played Pink Floyd Dirty Woman. And at the first chorus, I need a dirty woman. I walked out of the auditorium with friends for the last time, blazing in the hallway, all the way to our friend's house. And we laughed and laughed.
Josh,
Still don't
that's a
have my
badass
diploma
story,
for that one.
dude. That's fantastic.
I mean,
Bobby, if you're listening up,
my-
what's been the best match on the card so far tonight? What have you enjoyed?
And is any moment standing out too? Like, is anything surprise happening? Because I also don't know. I haven't even paid attention to SmackDown, even though I've seen a few things on Twitter, but that's about it. The main event is Athena and Willow Nightingale for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. And I honestly believe this is the time to put the title on Willow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Sometimes in wrestling, you just gotta once you have something, and this is what I do find sometimes WWE, even though I understand they play the long game and whatnot, but sometimes you miss the lightning in a bottle when you do that. And it kind of just sucks because if Roman Reigns didn't have this gigantic feud going on, we probably would have seen a Sami Zayn title win, which, I mean, come on. I don't care if, even as a performer, I don't care if I have to lose the title in 5 days like Christian, which is really not 5 days, but 5 days in storyline. Just being able to say that I'm a former world champion, that does so much more for your legacy down the road than not having it. I mean, just look at guys like Kofi Kingston and Jack Swagger and who's also like Jinder Mahal. The fact that you can say we're former WWE or world champions, that does a lot more for your namesake down the road. Because at the end, nobody really says, "Well, how long was it?" They don't always say that. It's Bobby Benitez and Aussie Open is the new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They beat Lucha Bros and the Kingdom and Best Friends.
Interesting.
Josh, what you?
I like Aussie Open. Ever since I saw them when I was writing articles about Australian wrestling,
Joshua Joseph asks, Did I hear right? Jordan Grace to AEW?
I have heard nothing. I've been drinking all day. I haven't heard shit.
Oh, I know. I saw a bit of the earlier episode.
Yeah, that's when I was hitting the whiskey. Now I've been drinking the beers.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe partaking in other things.
Like backgammon.
I also ate a really, really awesome shepherd's pie for dinner tonight.
I'm not going to talk or touch that.
No?
I can make some jokes, but I don't think there's some people here that would appreciate it. So I'm going to leave it at the baby.
There we go. But shepherd's pie, the food, nonetheless, is good eating.
No. I got to ask, because we obviously know that your past with some foods are a little questionable.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you put any sauces on the shepherd's pie?
No.
Okay. Because I, as a kid, put ketchup on it, and people called me weird. And I'm like, anything potato, I think, is cool with ketchup. Because do not put ketchup on fries, which are potato? Do you not put it on hash browns, which are potato? Do you not, so like, why is mashed potato like so different? I don't understand that. It's basically the inside of a French fry is mashed potato.
You're free to do whatever you want, dude. Like I'm not criticizing. I don't. That's all I'm saying.
No. But like, there's logic to people. Like, I've been like questioned about why. Like, I put ketchup, and then like, well, what do you put on your beef? I'm like, well, do you not put ketchup on a burger? Which is basically the ground beef, just mushed together.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I just like, logic wise, I don't understand why people like question it, but at the same time, like it's always interesting to me to see what people do like, because it is different.
I've seen weirder, dude. Like, that's all I can say. Like, I had a buddy that like he almost had like no gag reflex. He'd eat the weirdest shit sometimes. Like, just
I've seen a guy pour ketchup in a bowl, took a spoon and eat it, and I thought that was a little different. But
yeah, my buddy would have done something like that.
Bobby's coming in and said Samoa Joe is still the Ring of Honor World Television Champion as he beat Dalton Castle. I honestly really wanted to see Dalton Castle get scooped up in NXT back when NXT was before the developmental era. I thought Dalton Castle would have been so over in NXT.
Dalton Castle is very interesting, very creative, quite the character. Stands out, can have good matches, so would have been a good get for anybody. Really
funny story about Dalton Castle. Like, I started watching YouTube videos of this guy, and it was like the story of the traveling I want to say, and it was, I guess, his YouTube show before he got into wrestling. And one of the like things I found out that like he would just always hang around guys that wrestled and go to the shows and like just hang out with them after, and then eventually he got into wrestling, and he clearly probably became the best one of them all because of his charisma and his creativity. And then Joshua Justice coming in saying, I seen it on. Did you guys see the Asuka SummerSlam match now? Spin. I have not. I'm assuming they probably did a triple threat. I could be wrong, but
I'm okay with being spoiled if everybody else is. I have no issue.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is what it is. But
so if you want to let us know, Josh.
Yeah. But maybe let the people in the chat, like before you say, Josh, let the people in chat, if they don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let them answer. Or but Bobby is coming in saying right now I'm watching Athena versus Willow Nightingale for the ROH Women's World Title. So that the main event is now on. So if that gives us a time frame of the length of the time on the card. I'm very happy they went a different direction and had that as the main event.
That is good. It deserves that spot. Like, seriously.
So I'm looking at the numbers, and I just want to put it out there for people. Right now, the Twitches are pretty neck and neck. Bobby Munson has 218 followers. Our local establishment is sitting at a 217. Let's try to beat Bobby Munson.
Yeah, do it. I mean, all for it. 100%. That's
but also,
if
you're not subscribed to either, please do so. And if you're on the YouTube on there are local establishment side, please give a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, just so you can be alerted every time our local establishment one on YouTube is coming on, because we have content that I think you would like to watch, because there's a lot of variety in the content we have.
Mm-hmm. Tons of it.
And Bobby is saying, I'm okay with SummerSlam matches being spoiled.
Okay. So,
Spoilers, so yeah. So Josh would just Flair, Belair, Asuka. So the triple threat. So I mean, I was spot on with that. I have a feeling we're gonna see a cash in.
Yeah.
My prediction right now is that Io Sky walks out of SummerSlam as your champion.
That's a fair assessment, I think.
Mhm.
I can get on board with that, especially in a triple threat.
And then we go with us, and then we can go on with Asuka and Io post SummerSlam and Belair and Flair.
That works. Yep. Even drunk me concurs.
It's actually funny because like I just came up with this. So obviously we all watched as a kid Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yep.
And Bianca's last name is Belair. So she could be the freshest EST of Bel-Air. But then Charlotte could be the queen of Flair Air, as Flair is the name of a travel thing, which I think would be hilarious. I don't know. I'm saying out loud stuff I'm thinking. So
do I want to go in here? I don't know. Let's try it.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Set you up on that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you kind of did. Also, I'm going to take a hot take on this. I don't know how many people still eat at KFC, but their chicken sandwiches are absolutely amazing. And yeah, and their honey barbecue sauce is delightful.
You ordered in KFC tonight, didn't you?
No, I did it yesterday. And then I was going to take what I didn't eat for lunch this week or today for lunch, and I forgot. And I'm like, well, I'm going into work tomorrow, so I might as well just do that tomorrow. But I'm considering doing it again because, man.
It was just that good, was it?
I mean, that and the popcorn chicken, how can you go wrong, right? You just replace popcorn chicken. You just replace the fries with popcorn chicken, so you get a good sandwich. Like, it's just great. Bobby is coming in saying the fallen goddess Athena is doing great so far against Willow Nightingale. I don't actually doubt that, because I think Athena, as we all know, is a former Ember Moon. So good in the ring.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was a huge miss. That theme song she had, like the first one, so good. Like just the aura she had and brought out was so good. Plus, she is a diverse character on the show, which helps. She checked off a lot of boxes on what you want, not only from a business standpoint, but also from like an audience member. Like, it was so good. Plus, she is quite attractive, so it also helps. And she has a killer finishing move. Bobby's saying she's having a great reign as a women's champion. Yeah, and I'm actually really happy she has that opportunity, because I was really questioning what she was going to do on the AEW side if she's not going to beat or be any of one of those champions, whether it's the TBS or the women's champion there. Josh coming in saying the double down sandwich is my absolute favorite. I would do a weird shot behind 7-Eleven for one of those. I'm assuming you meant shit, not shot. And I'm not going to ask until I'm behind the 7-Eleven. He's like, he's saying at a KFC, I'm going to assume KFC Taco Bell combo restaurant used to have chicken tender wrap called a chicken tornado. I would commit treason for those back. And yes, and he does say KFC, not KFF. One thing I love about combo restaurants, especially like the drive-thrus, they will actually take the time to kind of mix their menus. And I think that's awesome. Because if you can take like a hybrid burger from like multiple restaurants, it would be delicious. That you know what? I think this might be a thing we do on Busting Out on Sunday, Bobby.
What's that?
We create our best fast food meal, which means we'd have 5 things, and it could be from anything. We have to create the best meal, and we can choose whatever we want, but we'd have to have like an entree, we'd have to have a complete meal with it.
Okay.
So
I like it.
That'd be interesting.
It's a good take. It's something different. I like it. I like
right?
different.
Yeah.
All right. Now that I'm safe and back in town, I'll fucking die.
We could do it now, but I have a feeling, Bobby, you're just not paying attention to it. So I thought it'd be good for busting out.
No, we'll save it for busting out. Give me 3 minutes. I gotta go take an OMD locker break.
It's locker room. Yeah. But Josh coming in saying the chicken tornado. It was just that, man. Taco Bell taco with taco meat and a KFC chicken instead. F my mouth. It's watering too much. I mean, I think we can all agree that when we just get good food, it's delicious, right? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you can have Coca-Cola, just about anything, but when you have it at McDonald's, it's just on a different level, right? Like, and funny thing is, one of the reasons is because Coke and McDonald's have kind of a different partnership to where Coke physically makes sure that McDonald's gets shipments in a different style than they do anybody else. Therefore, it creates a different taste. Unreal, because I think McDonald's owns stock or owns part of Coca-Cola, and I think that's why it is like that. So it's crazy. But kind of curious, who would you guys say has the best fries in fast food? Because I know McDonald's and the salt that they put on is pretty good. When you're drinking and a friend of yours is being a DD and takes you home, you go through that drive-through, those fries are like better than anything else. I know that from experience. But yeah, because I know like AEW, like their game is like through the roof now. 90s Burger King changed my mind. I will fight it. Yeah, Burger King is doing some good stuff, especially those chicken fries that they had. Oh, different. It's also weird too, because like people got to know that if Bobby and I, like when we do this on Sunday, people need to recognize like we're Canadian. There's going to be stuff that we have or that we don't get that you do get it in the United States. So we're going to miss a couple things because we just don't get it.
I just saw the words 90s Burger King and I got hungry.
BK, have it your way.
How many ways is there to make a Whopper?
I don't know. But Bobby is saying, like this match between Athena and Willow Nightingale for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Sweet. Bobby, you're keeping it on the wrestling button, and I like it.
We'll have to check it out for sure. Like, I'll definitely check it out sometime.
Joshua Joseph is. I wish I had sushi open right now.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
I'm not a big sushi guy, but I know when you do like sushi, you like sushi. So
yeah, I like sushi. I like a lot of stuff though.
I'm not a big seafood guy. Although I had shark steak once and it was amazing, but like if you cook it in the way of something that I do like, I'll probably eat it and enjoy it. But I'm not a big fish guy.
I don't go out of my way for fish, but if it was like at fine dining and there was like a really well done fish dinner, I could go for it.
Yeah.
But sushi, I love.
BK was one of the nicknames he had in high school. Why? Because the chicks always refer to you as the Whopper. Come on.
Yo.
Come to my town and I will show you some crazy deep fried tuna spicy rolls. I honestly would tell you I hate it because I hate tuna. I'm not a tuna guy.
Yeah, but are you thinking like tuna out of the can? Because every time I see tuna prepared by professional no, okay,
no.
See, I've never had it done like fresh tuna from the sea kind of thing. So
I've tried tuna on different ways. I'm just not a tuna person.
That's fair. I don't know. I think I would give it a try, like a tuna steak. I think I would try that.
And I also just get turned off by the smell of tuna. Like it's just gross.
Oh, fuck!
Especially when people eat it from the can. Like you're an asshole, in my opinion. Just open it like it's freaking like a cat food.
Yeah, canned tuna is nasty.
Said nope. The Burger King in my hometown opened and had a special 50-cent Whopper. So guess where I went after school.
No, dude.
I mean, okay.
You know what? No, get this. Burger King always puts out the same coupons every time the other ones expire, and they always ask for the coupon code. They never ask for the actual coupons. And all you got to do is memorize the coupon number, and you can have whatever Burger King deal you want. For example, if you want to buy one, get one free Whoppers, you just go up that drive-thru and you're like, yeah, I got buy one, get one free coupon, 6172. Boom. $5 later, you got 2 Whoppers in your hand.
Yeah, but is that a Canadian thing or is that everywhere?
Could just be a Canadian thing, so I do apologize to our U.S. fans.
Yeah. And that's what we were saying right before. That's what I was saying right before you came back on. Is that when we do that draft, we're gonna have things that people from say the States are like, why didn't you get that? It's because we don't have everything. We also don't have all the fast food places that you do in the States and Canada. But also, I don't know how big Harvey's is in the States, but it is absolutely delicious.
But see, Harvey's isn't very big here in Saskatchewan. So
I know.
There's a lot.
It's actually not. There's a point where I thought it was going out of business, and I thought it was brutal because one, the burgers are great, and they did hot dogs better than a lot of fast food places. Flame broiled, solid. Tell us your cool spots, fellas. I mean, whew. I think the nice thing too is like individual towns, you're gonna have your own, like you're gonna, especially back in the day, you're gonna have your old mom and pop stores that were great. Like I just know, like when I go down to Lethbridge, or when I did go down to Lethbridge, there's always those like smaller chain stores, and they always pride themselves on doing like one thing really good. So you have to get that one thing. It's a lot easier when you say like you do good at one thing because those things are going to sell. He's saying Harvey Weinstein is not that big here anymore. He got in some trouble. I'm not saying Harvey Weinstein. There's actually a fast food place called Harvey's. I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian place, but like, so is Tim Hortons, and I mean they evolve and well, but don't say Tim Hortons is like. I mean it's pretty big in Canada, but you get it for. You used to get it for the coffee and the donuts. Like you really did. It was a cop shop. But then they lost their coffee bean provider. I think McDonald's picked it up, and that's why like McDonald's coffee became amazing because Tim Hortons dropped the ball on that one. I mean, Harvey Weinstein. I mean, that name to me was important back when I watched Entourage. Now, I didn't even know that guy was still alive.
Okay, this isn't fair. I fucking beat that guy. Where's some health? Okay, fuck off. I gotta go. No shit.
Josh is saying, I want to go to Tim Hortons. We have Gallops. I've been told it's similar in ways. I don't know if it's similar. I don't know. I mean, like you have Dunkin' Donuts, you have Krispy Kreme. I don't know. I mean, like I like Krispy Kreme. Donut. Like the one thing about Tim Hortons, they did like a scale back on their donut selection. And I thought that really wrecked them because they simplified their menu. And although they do some nice things right now, like the potato wedges are pretty freaking good. But yeah. Bobby's coming in saying Athena retained her title against Willow Nightingale, and after the match, Athena showed her respect to Willow Nightingale.
Sounds like it's probably a pretty awesome match.
Yeah. Josh is coming in saying Krispy Kreme is over the fuck rated. Yes, but you have it. We don't. Thing about you guys in the States and your fast food, you overdo it.
Ouch.
Bassler saying, Bobby, you still alive? As he's referring to Bobby Munson, not Bobby Petito. So, Bobby, Bassler wants to know if you're still alive.
Still alive in the game, barely, but.
And the voice said, it's yours, now take it. I don't know. We'll think about it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not happening.
But
I got to get
Bobby
the
Petito,
fuck out of here.
is saying it was an awesome match, which is good to know. Just good because it's good to see that the women are at the standard or setting the standard, setting that bar for whatnot and delivering in that main event. Because there's a pressure when you have that main event slot, you have to deliver.
Especially when you have the Ring of Honor name attached to it. If you ask me.
It's not very often that you see the Ring of Honor Women's Championship main event or Ring of Honor show. I don't want to say this is the first time. It could very well be, but I don't know. But the fact that they had a great match, they delivered, it was a special moment after, as it feels like you were explaining there, Bobby. That's really good to see, and I think it does a great job of showcasing Willow in a loss, which is very good. He's saying his favorite match was Claudio versus Pac, and then Athena and Willow Nightingale. I think Pac is still one of the most misused talents that Tony Khan has under.
Yep. I concur.
The voice says, dude, we have a place here that the donuts are called crack nuts because people become crackheads after eating them. The Amish know how to make a donut. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know like when you go into Alberta and Canada, there's a lot of smaller towns, and I'm sure there are in the States as well. And they kind of pride themselves on doing their own thing. And donuts definitely are one of those things. So Tim Hortons is not the definition of donuts. It's just they became big with their donuts.
We got
and their coffee. People are insane about coffee. I think coffee is right up there with cocaine in terms of people being addicted to it.
I could give up coffee. I enjoy it personally. Like I don't. No, like seriously, I don't have to. Like I know addiction.
Just the fact that came after what I said was fantastic.
Yeah, I get it.
That sounds so much of what like an athlete would say, and I'm not calling anyone, but it was just ironic.
I'm not one of these people that wakes up and is like, oh, I have to have a coffee or I just can't, my day doesn't function. Like I enjoy coffee because I don't drink a lot of sugar drinks. And so coffee is kind of good, especially like I do a lot of like intermittent fasting too. So like obviously I'm not tonight because I'm drinking beer, but a lot of the times I will actually go from a certain time at night till like about noon or 1 the next day without eating. To do intermittent fasting, and coffee is something that kind of suppresses the appetite enough during that time to be able to, not go crazy.
Yeah. Josh says I used to buy drugs off the Amish hood shit. Good to know. And then Papa Benita coming in and saying maybe Willow Nightingale go after Chris Statlander for the TBS championship. Yeah, I hope so, because I find Chris Statlander she just needs something right now. She needs a good feud. She needs a good something to divulge into right now, because it was such a cool moment, not only to see her come back, but also win that TBS championship, as she was originally slated to be the person to beat Jade Cargill for that title until she got hurt and prolonged it, which helped Jade Cargill with that streak. But then also I thought was the Achilles to a lot of the Achilles heel to why people kind of were turned off with Jade Cargill, because it got too predictable, too boring. And I honestly think maybe Taya Valkyrie should have actually won the title just to kind of spice that up. But I mean, luckily they got Chris Statlander back. She won the title. She just needs something right away, because I feel like it's the same thing with Thunder Rosa won the title. It was a big deal when she beat Britt Baker, and unless you have those feuds or that charisma, like I'll say this, like Seth Rollins might not have the feuds right now that define his title reign, like Roman Reigns had with the Bloodline and all that stuff. But what he has is the charisma to make every match matter. And that's something that I thought Thunder Rosa lacked when she won the title. And I hope that's something that Chris Statlander doesn't lack, because I want to see these people succeed.
It's something that Willow doesn't lack.
No.
I can tell you
I honestly, like, Willow Nightingale gives me a lot of Ricky Steamboat qualities in the sense of how I perceive her, in the sense that all I want to do is just get behind this act and cheer for it. Who do you want to see wrestle at MLW? Well, I know he just went to Impact, but I would love to see Eric Young go there. Yeah. MLW. Man, like, how cool would Eric Young against Alex Kane for that championship be?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the sounds of that one.
Like, come on. Or Big Damo. How about Big Damo? Get him
Yeah,
in
okay.
MLW.
Yep. That would work
That
too.
guy is that guy is such a hidden gem that I just don't understand why people get him. I know WWE brought back Bronson Reed, and that's a home run get. Big Damo. The fact that nobody's picking that guy up it's a travesty, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Bobby, who do you like to see in MLW? Bobby Benito, that is, but also Bobby Munson.
Obviously I've been saying it week after week, and until they announce it, I'm going to keep saying it. It's our boy Jay Bougie.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. Now, a lot of the reveals for the draft so far have been people that had matches recorded at Never Say Never earlier in the night for Fusion. So logically, I have a strong belief that Bougie is going to be one of them, and good for him.
I have a name that I think would actually do well in MLW. Fred Rosser, the Darren Young, the guy formerly known as Darren Young. I think he would do well in the MLW stage.
Yeah.
Or is Harry and the Billington Bulldogs still in MLW?
They haven't been using the Billington Bulldogs, so I don't know about them. But yeah, Davey Boy just had a match for the Opera Cup, and he advanced to the finals. So he's going to be in the finals of the Opera Cup tournament.
Yeah. Joshua Joseph is coming in saying, I'm in the process of talking to Jade about bringing her softball team here to a camp next spring, but close to getting it done. That's awesome. And then really Chris Best coming in. How are you doing, my friend?
Chris.
It's been a minute since I heard the name Darren Young. Yeah, well, you know what?
We're gonna make Darren Young great again.
I have ideas that you're not thinking of. I have ideas that you are, but sometimes I guarantee it. I'm saying things that if you think about it, you're like, yeah. Speaking of did LA Knight win his match tonight?
Probably.
I like to see Flip Gordon wrestle in MLW. I'm gonna do one too. I'd like to see, and this might be a little bit of a hot topic. I want to see Marty Scurll back in the game. You don't have to like the guy, but separate what he does away from wrestling and who he is in wrestling. The guy's a phenomenal.
I didn't catch what you said. Sorry.
Marty Scurll.
Okay. There would be a lot of controversy to make that one happen. I know that much.
A lot of controversy, but a lot of curiosity of how people would react, because I do think if you take time to look at the controversy about this, open your eyes about culture here.
They were the first ones to bring Enzo back, so
exactly. Josh Joseph's coming in. Secret time. I think Garth Brooks is a Merker who uses Chris Gaines' alter ego to cover it up for the Thunder when the Thunder rolls. Okay, so here's a question: who actually came up with that song when the Thunder rolls? Because I've heard it from so many different bands now that I actually don't know who originally sung it. Was it Garth Brooks?
The song when the thunder rolls.
Yeah.
That's Garth Brooks, dude.
Okay, because I'm asking because I had no idea. Like, I don't listen to country. I'm not a country guy at all. But I've heard a lot of rock bands cover that song. And I was always curious to know. So thank you. Chris Best coming in saying, yes, it was Garth. Are you sure? No, just kidding. But All That Remains made it better. They did, and there is. Hold on, let me. The band State of Mind. Listen to that one. They do a lot of covers. I use their In the Air Tonight as a theme. It's a great cover. They do a lot of good covers. I should order food because I do have to get up in 8 hours.
Woo! Made it through that alive.
Yay! Josh coming in saying, he left his first wife. One of the reasons why she couldn't read past the 4th grade level. It's his A&E. It's in his A&E documentary. Interesting. A&E is very underrated with their documentaries, I find.
They do nice work.
Although I was looking at their biographies for WWE, and I can honestly say I'm at the point now I just don't care about 90% of them. It's I heard the stories of so many of those before that okay, I don't need another NWO. I don't need another Hulk Hogan. I don't need another DX. I don't need another Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, stuff like that. I want to know more about the Anoa'i family. Give me one of those. The Yokozuna one was really good. Bobby Munson saying, I like MLW to bring in Zoe Sager, Alexia Nicole, and Taylor Rising and Liza Hall. I am 100% on Liza Hall. And here's another one, her sister Bambi Hall. I would love to see that. I thought Bambi did an exceptional job in not only her AEW match, but also the Ring of Honor one that she had as well. Another one that I think a lot of people sleep on, Nicole Matthews, is just amazing.
Yep.
And we saw her in she just got her ban lifted. So it's what about the kids in the hall? What are you referring to the show, or are you referring to something else here?
Yeah, what about them?
Because we're talking about Liza Hall and Bambi Hall, so I gotta ask: are you trying to say something else, or are you talking about the show?
It was a good show, by the way. Funny stuff. Proving just how funny us Canadians are.
See, here's the thing: I actually don't like a lot of Canadian shows. Although I do think the Jerry D show was hilarious.
Jerry D's awesome.
Yeah. So Chris Best is so I didn't have to finish State of Mind's version to know I need that song in my collection. LOL. Yeah. And the greatest thing is they have that and then an extended version of that too. The show mixed with the halls and names. Yeah. I don't know. Bobby Bonito, you can keep growing that MLW Women's Featherweight Division 2 100%.
Yep.
100%. I think it'd be really interesting if the Iconics or Inspiration, as we know, were to make a MLW appearances. I think they would definitely change the difference. Plus, I think for whatever reason, an interaction with Becca would be something entertaining to watch.
Becca's great.
I
gotta love hot
still
summer fun.
Never, so every time I hear the name Becca, I think of Superbad, 100%. Because it's oh, Becca's a bitch, and it's so funny because like I've never seen a Becca in wrestling that's not a heel. So like, but yeah, that Becca performance was entertaining.
Becca's the greatest heel that everybody loves. It's all because of that song, though. Gotta tell you, if it weren't for that song, I don't know.
Yeah. He's like, Joshua Joseph, look, Parrish, I'm stoned and
Me
here
too.
for the lulz. Yeah.
I bet you couldn't have guessed that I was.
I am not stoned. I do not smoke anything. Set my competition, brother.
See,
Yeah.
when I take an OMD locker break, I also go take my smoke.
When you take a locker room visit, you also take a pop of smokes.
Yeah. Good call.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm just here drinking beer and wearing a Milwaukee Brewers shirt, which is random as hell.
Would you look at that? I'm also drinking beer.
I mean, beer's delicious. I tell like I posed a question yesterday to people. I'm like, okay, like how many beers do you think I'm gonna drink tonight? I'm like, the over and under is 3. I'm like, over and under that, and somebody's like, 3? And like, you won't drink 3. I'm like, okay, I guarantee you, I'll drink at least 3. I'm like, okay, well then over. I'm like, smart. I pounded a nice 5 last night, and it was like perfect. It's great. I don't know. Joshua Joseph is saying, Bobby, so Michigan is talking legalizing shrooms. Michigan is different. Is very different.
But you know what? I don't disagree. Okay, and hear me out. So there is a lot of doctor studies out there, and I can't quote them right now, so don't quote me on this, and I'm not going to go try to find them for you guys. But that microdosing with mushrooms can actually be good for mental clarity and stuff like that. So for mental health and everything like that, if you're microdosing. Now, the preconceived notion of shrooms in general is that people take them for the hallucinogenic effects of them. But when you're actually taking about a 0.5 gram to a 0.25 gram, it's considered microdosing. You don't get that effect. Yet the psilocybin actually acts as something that can actually help to rewire parts of the brain and use it for mental clarity and help as well too. So I'm not shocked that Michigan is actually going for that.
I'm just saying Michigan is a different state. I always find like Michigan does
progressive
their own thing. Well, yeah, like they're always separate, right? Like they go against the grain sometimes. They may come up with things. I didn't say that in a way for them to like be different. Like I look after kind of finding out more about the cannabis stuff and understanding that it's not that bad. Like I don't smoke it, but I don't hate the fact that it's not illegal. But at the same time, like I do look at people that do it more recreationally, and I'm like, you know what? I do want that to be tested in the same way for alcohol when you're on the road or you're at work and things like that, because it does have those side effects where it could change who you are, just like anything is when you do it more than you should. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that if you do shrooms the same way and you overdo them, you're going to do a lot of more extremity type behavior. But when you do it in specific doses, like you were saying, it's going to be good for certain things. And obviously, when the science is behind that, when there's the understanding, doctors will be a little bit more forthcoming about it. Bobby Badito, in all this talk about shrooms and drugs, bring in Bambi Hall for MLW. Bobby, we can always thank you for keeping things on par. because it's very well needed, especially when Bobby Munson and myself are on screen. As we just don't go off the rails. We completely forget that we were on a train to begin with.
Yeah, it also helps that it's like how late at night and, all rules are out.
Yeah, but that happens at 12:15 p.m. Eastern time on Sundays too. So it's just a thing that we do.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, if our train is on the tracks for longer than 10 minutes, then we clearly got a new guy in charge, and that guy's not gonna last long. Come on. Chris Best is saying, I want to try ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca. So ayahuasca is like a lot of time it's basically done within a tea, like a tea type thing. If you've ever seen any documentaries or anything like that, where you see people go to these kind of like spiritual get-togethers inside these tents and stuff like that, and they lay down and they drink the tea. They end up ayahuasca lasts, if I'm not mistaken, it's at least a good portion of a full day. Not quite like peyote that can last 2 to 3 days, but ayahuasca will take you basically on a out-of-body experience, visual journey and stuff like that. And they say like people who have done it have actually said like completely change their life for the better.
There are a lot of things in life that give you an out-of-body experience. I'm not that curious to try things, but I don't know. But anyway, that's good to know. That's good information.
See, I don't judge when it comes to stuff like that. I'm never gonna judge a person.
I'm just not like a smoker or I like that, like who has gone in that direction. Like I hang out with people, like even as a kid, like I hung out with people like that or that did it. I just never did it myself. I just never found a reason why. I don't know. I don't know. It was just never for me, right? So like it is like it's fun. Like I also don't judge, because the one thing that I've seen the extremities of behavior of people that abuse it, and then people that use it for the good that comes with it. Because I do believe that there's good that comes with a lot of things. So. It's interesting.
And I'll admit, while I am a firm believer in using like marijuana for like recreational use, I'm okay with it, and you use it wisely. I also do use it for my anxiety and shit like that too. Like my brain's all kinds of wacky, and so like I try to use it to calm it down a lot of the time. Also, like I suffer from night terrors, and it's always helped with that as well too.
So that fits into this question then from Josh. Are you a joker or a midnight toker?
I'm both.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm both.
And then just finishing up with a lot of comments I have, which I just want to thank everyone for being so active in this chat.
It's been great.
It's a lot of fun. A good conversation goes a long ways, and man, it'd be awesome just to have you guys all on this, and we can all just talk and just like have a round table of conversation. It'd be fantastic. But Chris Best is coming saying, I want to try what you're saying for the same reason why Bob just explained. Shrooms. Josh is saying, let's effing go. I have waited for friends to say that. And then Josh is like, I've done my research on the intake of psychedelics. I know how to pronounce that word, by the way, and have healed from childhood trauma. I love taking a hero's dose and talking to my ancestors without saying a word. Inform me of what a hero's dose is. I've never heard that phrase before, so educate me if you can.
Hold on one second.
Bobby, because you're about to battle.
Yeah, sorry, I was right in the battle there. Okay, restart that so I'm actually thinking here.
So Bobby is actually coming in saying Babylon and Soy Zegger would be a great opponent for Delby Exo for the MLW Women's Featherweight Championship. I'm gonna also say I kind of want to see Becca in that position now. I think I think it just makes sense.
Yep.
Chris Bass is coming in. That's why we license seller. That's why we license sellers are trained in limiting sales of marijuana to customers. However, the loophole here in customers can come by the limit in one store and head to another and buy more. I mean, loopholes are exactly what everyone's gonna go look for. It's always gonna be there.
But the frustrating part, though, sorry.
There.
Yeah. But the frustrating part to what Chris is saying is that if you go to the weed store, there's a certain gram level that you can get. So if you go in there and it's based on weight. And so like if I buy a THC infused can this size, it goes on the weight of the can and the content, not the actual content of the THC level. So they limit you based on weight. So it's kind of a bullshit thing because you can only go in and buy so many cans of it, but yet drunk ass dude from down the street can go liquored up to the liquor store and walk out with 2 more cases of beer, kind of thing. Yeah. Like it's kind of messed in that sense. And it's like the one store to the next, I get why people do it because you want to be able to get enough. Like if you're a true THC intaker, you're going to do a lot of THC intake, and trust me, one edible can is not going to do it for a true person that does THC.
Well, no, and that's exactly what he's saying. Like, yeah, despite the limitations that one place has, they're going to go there, grab everything they can get there without a problem, and then they're going to go somewhere else and grab everything they can get there and have double, and that's just a loophole there. I wouldn't even say that's a loophole. That's just honestly understanding your options and executing that to your fullest. But I mean, we're gonna just say this: no matter what you do, whether it's smoking, whether it's drinking, whether it's anything, do it responsibly, be safe. Always take into account that there's people trying to do a job, so don't make their lives hell. Be courteous to those people, but also make sure you're also not doing it and taking out anything on other people to do it in a fun, responsible way.
Yeah,
we do want to make sure that that's something there.
That's it's anything you partake in as a thing that can like that. Like always, be smart about it.
100 educate, just be educated on the things you do.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Chris Best is coming and saying, I'm glad you don't judge Parrish. I've had weed drinks during the Raw watch along. Man, everybody is entitled to do their own thing. It's fine. It's just like wrestling product. There's going to be some people that like WWE. There's going to be people that like AEW. There's going to be people that like MLW. Impact, anything, New Japan, stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Everyone deserves to be happy and have their own thing that makes them happy. That's the beauty of life. There's endless opportunities for you. I think the difficulty sometimes is finding out which one fits you and trying to find out who you are and then where you go. I think that's the bigger question. I don't think the question is judge. I think people are set in their ways and they're stubborn on these things. And again, it's from especially in the older times, you see it a lot too, because there's always been that, well, this is bad, so we have this opinion about it. But it all comes down to education, and it all comes down to understanding, hey, there might be something more to this than what I know. So before I say something, am I smart enough to find out about it, or am I stubborn enough to say I don't care and then just say what my opinion about it is? I think that's where it all comes down to.
This should come as no shock to anybody. I'm the son of a cop, and I fucking smoke weed. Even when it was illegal.
I love it. No, I'm legit trying to get through all the comments right now, and I'm just getting sidetracked on everything, and it's fantastic.
Actually,
Bastards say I'm a 1049 toker.
There you go.
And he actually did it at 1049. I'm just reading it 6 minutes later.
Nice. I got a funny story about weed. So back in the days when it was illegal,
Sure.
and I used to help the odd person out, right? I had helped a buddy out that I worked with. So I had gone to refreshen my supply, and I used to buy about an ounce at a time at the time. Like, I didn't want to over risk, getting caught with too much kind of thing. So, I was only about an ounce I felt safe with. So I just picked up, I'm driving home. I've got it in my glove box. Car reeks because this stuff is stinky, and it wasn't in a Ziploc bag. All of a sudden, I'm driving down the road, heading home. Fucking cop lights go on. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm done. Like, if this guy bothers to check me tonight, I am finished. So, cop comes walking up, taps on my window. He flashes the light in, looks at me. How are you doing, sir? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And he goes, looks at my jacket, and I'm wearing a jacket from the place I worked at the time. He's like, where do you work? I'm like, oh, Ecol Electric. And he's like, oh man, so like Kevin and Dwayne and all these guys and Lance over there. I'm like, yeah, they're good friends of mine. He's like, oh shit, me too, brother. He's like, tell Fat Dan the cop pulled you over tonight. You have a good night, sir. And so Fat Dan the cop gets right back in his RCMP car, leaves me the fuck alone, and I head on home. Make the story even more funny. I go to work the next day. I go tell Kevin the story about this, and he turns around to me and goes, yeah, remember that quarter ounce that you sold me the other day? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that was for Fat Dan the cop, just so you know. I'm like, yeah, go Fat Dan.
The irony. Meow. I almost
yeah, she agrees.
I listened to that and I just got the yeah. I don't know why, but that's exactly what I was thinking.
Hey, why are you so wanting to just hang out? Sit down.
Bobby Rodino's coming in saying, I'd love to see Jay Bougie get drafted in MLW, open drafted.
Oh, yeah, brother.
And we really need to get him back. He is open to it. We are open to it. We just got to make that happen. And Bobby, I would love it if you were in that chat, because I know that you would have a lot of conversation and a lot of questions for him. So yeah, Voices comment saying at Bastard best comment tonight, and I'm going to assume that's the I'm a 1049 toker.
You can't go wrong with that. That's classy right there.
I mean, I'm assuming he's reading the Bible right now, so that's where I'm going with. Like, he can't be doing anything else, right?
No,
but then he's also saying if you get pulled over with 2 ounces, cops be mad though. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to do something and you're going to take the very serious responsibility of driving, which I think really needs to be emphasized here, you need to understand any action you do before you get behind the wheel. Is it going to affect how I drive? Or am I going to get in legal trouble if I'm pulled over? And if the answer is yes to either one, do not drive. People, please do. Please listen to that. Because I can honestly tell you, people, I get it where you're coming from about, yes, I'm still good. We get very ego, we drink, when we do whatever, we think we're on top of the world. We think we're Superman, but you're not.
Nope.
And driving is one of those things you have no idea who you can affect if something bad happens. So please take the responsibility of driving a vehicle more serious than what you already do. Trust me, it will save so much in the long haul.
100% agree with you there.
See, even when I drink, I can say the right thing. And then Joshua Joseph's coming in saying loopholes are meant for the average man to have an opportunity. Loopholes are meant to set a standard because usually the average man is not smart enough to think of them. And then he also says hashtag here. Hero's dose is a half. Half of what though? Half a gram, half a pound, half a sister. I don't know. And then he's also saying Ambassador Brett Reichner. I always don't know how to pronounce his name. Says cops hated it when you press two fingers on their lips and say shh. But what if Chad Gable did it though?
Yeah, they'd kick his ass.
I don't think they would kick Chad Gable's ass. I think Chad Gable can defend himself. But I don't know if Chad Gable's dumb enough to do that. I feel Chad Gable is smart
probably
enough to
not.
respect the law.
It would be funny to watch, I guess.
Half an ounce, he's saying. Okay, cool. Oh. Bobby is saying, I always enjoy watching you guys. And
thanks, Bobby.
Bobby,
enjoy having you here.
Exactly. We always enjoy you being in our chat, and we're so happy that you're back. Not back. You weren't ever gone, but you're always with us with Love Wrestling, and you're always here with us at OLE, and we appreciate that. And I know you still support stuff on Love Wrestling. And that's fine, and I'm happy.
So do we.
And you know what? Good for you for always showing that support. And we just appreciate that you're showing support to us.
It's good people over there.
But I always think it's important to show support to people because that is how people grow and get better. And yeah, and we don't hate the people that we used to work with.
Not at all.
We're just focused on going our own way. It's It's
you can
business.
go your own way.
EK, have it your way. See, I bring it all together. Bring it back. But Bobby, I do ask Bobby Benito, that is. What are things that you would like us to, and when I say us, I mean our local establishment, what are something that you would like us to do? We have a variety of shows. Is there something like a niche? And this actually can go to everyone, but I'm going to say Bobby because he is direct to the point, and I appreciate that and I respect that. But are there anything that you would like us to do that we don't do right now, because this would be a time to let us know? Bobby saying, Joshua Joseph saying, Bobby, what wrestler would you want to smoke with? And Parrish, who would you like to have a drink with throughout history of wrestling?
Who would I like to smoke with? Rob Van Dam. Like, I know that guy's probably a hoot to smoke with, and pun intended.
I've ate Subway with him. Like, not even so. Like, so you may have had the munchies, and I experienced the munchies with him. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but you get the munchies naturally, though.
I like food. I put on weight when I got married. I put on weight when I don't work out. Actually, I do work out. Like, I'm not a gym rat. Like, I'm not Rich King, who like always works out and has this amazing physique. I'm me, who has this physique. It's the honest answer.
Damn you, Rich King.
Although I will say, like, come on, like I do have some muscles.
Yeah.
I'm not like What's that cartoon where he flexes and goes down? Is that Mickey Mouse or who is that again?
Okay. Sorry. What was the question?
When the person flex and it goes down, what cartoon character is that? Yeah.
No, isn't it Popeye before he eats the spinach and it dangles down and then he eats the spinach and do?
Maybe, but I'm not thinking Popeye.
Okay.
Josh is saying underdog. I have no idea. Chris Best is saying my circle would be me, RB, Matt Seidel, Val Venus, and Matt Riddle. Val Venus. Okay, let's actually talk about Val Venus because he's somebody I'm trying to bring on to Busting Out, by the way.
Oh, really? Sweet.
I'm going to throw that out there. That guy has probably got me more educated about cannabis than anybody out there. So if you have a chance to follow him, whether it's Facebook or any of the socials, do it. Josh is saying his name rhymes with penis. Yeah, I was at a show once with a buddy, and he even had a sign that says Val Venus, no penis. So yeah, it's definitely a funny name, but he is very smart, very intelligent and educated individual. So I think that's different. Our RVD is very educated about it. He not only has educated brain when it comes to this stuff. I feel a lot of misconception is the educational level of the cannabis when you're talking to somebody who smokes weed. I actually do find that that's a misconception, is you don't understand how intelligent they are about not only the product that they're using, but also, man, some of the best creative ideas in this world has come from people who are high as hell. And you can't argue that. It is a fact. Chris Best is saying, I believe Val has his own line of weed and products as well. And Josh is saying, yes, the Juggernaut F-It is up for everyone. I'm going to flat out say, who doesn't want to have a beer with Stone Cold Steve Austin? Especially if he can throw me one of those Broken Skull lagers or IPAs. Like, I was in Texas. I couldn't find it. I didn't have real chances to look for it. I was very tight on time, but yeah, like I would love to have a beer with Stone Cold. I was looking at like shipping them to my house before pandemic, and it was really expensive. And then after pandemic, I find out now that it's illegal to ship cans across the border from the U.S. and Canada. That is why our sponsor, Rogue Energy, ships cans to U.S. residents only. Just in case people wonder why in Canada we don't get the Rogue Energy cans. That is why. They're an American-based promotion and therefore cannot ship across the border. And if people ask me about energy drinks and why people get them, that's why you have factories in your country. That's how it works. And Josh is saying, yeah, the Juggalos F it up for everyone. I don't know what I said, but I said it wrong. Now I'm saying it right. I think another person I'd love to have a beer with. I mean, hate them, love them, respect them. Can't stand them. I don't care. Vince McMahon.
Just to pick his brain.
Yeah, like it's one of the things. I've been very lucky to drink with the late great Gene Okerlund, and I will say that was, oh my god, like I will never forget that. I've had drinks with Adam Pearce, and that guy is just my god, Adam Pearce. He should be in the Hall of Fame. if you have an opportunity, go check out his work outside of obviously WWE, but what he did in Ring of Honor and the Independents and all that, please do it. That guy was a hell of a worker. I once had the opportunity to hand him the NWA Championship at a show in Red Deer, Alberta, and it is something that I once held that title for like 3 seconds. It was insanely cool.
That would be a memorable thing to be able to do. Like, just awesome.
It was just so weird. I was just in the right place at the right time. Because at that time it was before the CNWA, the Canadian National Wrestling Alliance, started. It was just starting. It was at the earlier points, and there was a dark match between Vance Nevada and Adam Pearce, and it was a non-televised match. Vance Nevada won. The call got reversed. They continued the match. Adam Pearce won. I just happened to be right there at ringside, and the person who was supposed to be there did not know that the match was going to be restarted, so he had left. I then just went. I was just there, and I was handed the NWA title to give to Adam Pearce, and it was just like, oh my god, like seeing that title live. And I got a chance to like meet. I once had a picture with the Knockouts tag team title, which because I thought it was funny if I asked them like, can I get a picture of me wearing it? And they're like, yeah. So I did. I lost the photo, but like I just thought it was funny. Joshua Joseph, bros, I love you on the show. My Yankee ass is tired. Hit me up. We both figure out a date. Yeah.
Okay, so good, Josh. Thank you for hanging out, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. And we love you. We know we appreciate you for what you do. Not only the loyalty you show, you're always here, but also the opportunities that you give us with a moment with Joshua Joseph, which you can find on Spotify, all those accounts. And very happy that you got that interview with Buff Bagwell that you always wanted. That was pretty cool. And you can see the latest one they have that he has with their own Ed Fries and Astrid Pizarro. Go check that out, everyone. As Bobby Benito is saying, Dominic Mysterio defends the NXT North American title on SmackDown against Bush. Yeah, that was actually the one of the few things I actually did see as Butch approached Dom and Rhea asking for a title, and then Dom saying, I'm not trusting compete, and there's nobody here at NXT. Shawn Michaels then appeared, liked the match, made the match. It's just crazy to me to watch Triple H and Shawn Michaels now basically run WWE. It's pretty wild. Who would have thought the two people in the Madison Square Garden moment where people got pissed off about breaking kayfabe, the ones that remained with the company at the time, are now in charge of the global phenomenon that is WWE?
Well, I mean, Shawn Michaels didn't really have to, he was champion, so he didn't really have to like pay for what he had done. Triple H got held back for a while, but he kept grinding until he got to where he needed to be.
I mean, Triple H lost the opportunity at King of the Ring the year he was expected to win. That time went to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And you can go back to watch in our archives of What If, where we talk about the curtain call.
Yep.
And man, like that really does have an effect on so many things. Triple H wins. Does Austin 316 really happen? Really hard to say. And Austin might be one of the best of all time in the sense of the business direction. He was definitely the face of the Attitude Era. You go to shows now and there's still Stone Cold t-shirts on sale, and he's not even there. He's not even really with the company. He's just always tied in.
I'm gonna die here. I can't go back to town. This guy is really difficult to beat.
You just got to master the hit and run. You got to do that like long game. Like, just be patient. Like, dodge everything that you can, and then just get your shot in. And over time, man, like you'll get it if you do it right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Chris Best is coming in saying, not a Raw hasn't gone by since Austin retired where I've seen a fan wearing an Austin 316 shirt. And that's just it. Like every time you go to Raw now, they're always going to put in the city instead of Austin and have 316. Like that is an iconic thing now. That shirt set records. It is the most sold shirt of all time in WWE. And it is the most sold shirt in a 24-hour period. And it's not even close to being touched. So, yeah. There's a reason why, like, when the glass shatters and you hear some of the large pop, there's a reason for that. People loved the Stone Cold Steve Austin character. It's why I think when you talk about that insane, just that Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling, Steve Austin, I think, is a lock, to be honest. If you don't have Stone Cold Steve Austin on there, I question if you actually really know the history of professional wrestling. And I do think Stone Cold is up there more than a lot of other guys. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin basically ended WCW. He was the guy that helped defeat WCW and win that Monday Night Wars. He was the face of it. And I think that says a lot about him. If Austin 316 doesn't happen, does WWE even survive the Monday Night Wars? Bobby Benito, I'm going to throw a question to you. Now that Dominic Mysterio is the NXT North American champion, he is set to face Mustafa Ali. But who do you actually want to see defeat Dominic Mysterio for that championship?
Right now, I don't want to see anybody defeat him. I think that they should keep the belts on Judgment Day. It's one of the hottest things going in the company right now.
The question was for Bobby Benito, but yes, I'm gonna. Yep. That's cool. But yeah, and I agree. I think Judgment Day right now is the hottest thing in WWE, and I'm saying that over the Bloodline and everything like that. I am now starting to not care as much about Roman Reigns. and the Jey Uso. I honestly don't think Jey Uso is making this something I need to watch. I just watched the Impulsive interview with Seth Rollins. I now can make. I think I'm okay with one of three people taking the title off Roman Reigns, and that is Cody Rhodes, Gunther, or Seth Rollins.
Okay.
I think it has to be and should be one of those three. Chris Best is coming in. Hell, at SummerSlam 04, when Karl and I were waiting to get in, there's a guy going around entertaining us, and they found a guy who's dressed up as Austin and got on the mic and did a near perfect imitation of him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like when people can have fun like that.
Bobby Benito's coming in saying CM Punk and Ricky Starks will be on AEW Collision. Awesome. Because if Ricky Starks and CM Punk is one of their highlighted things moving forward, not only is it great for the Collision, it's great for Punk, it's also even greater for Ricky Starks. Because I love the fact that he won the way he won. I love the fact that he won the Owen Hart tournament. And I also love the fact that he got the rub by one of the biggest names AEW has brought in.
Yeah. As long as they don't start stopping him. Like, they've done a lot of that with Ricky. Like, he's got a lot of talent. He's a young, good-looking cat. Like, he's got a good career ahead of him, so.
What bugs me is that I guess he was at, I don't know if it was the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, but if he was at the Royal Rumble, I really wish I would have saw him. That would have been cool.
Almost time for a refill on the beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you got a friend in me. I still need to order food. Dear Lord.
You haven't eaten?
Oh, no. Not since 2 o'clock this morning, or this afternoon, which is 9.5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a while.
I'm old school, man. I can go a long ways. Damn it. Closed. There's not a lot of places open right now. Though I can't go wrong with these guys.
Oh, this ain't good. No more potions. Oh, I'm so fucking dead. Like, so dead. Like, one hit and I'm done. Oh, I'm so glad I stunned those guys temporarily. Go, 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 go. Oh, did I make it? Oh, thank goodness. Holy shit. Wow.
It's time to play the game.
Wow.
Bobby Benino coming in saying Ty Valkyrie is wrestling against Sky Blue on AEW Collision. I did see the Sky Blue interview. As much as I think there is a lot of promise with that talent, that felt like a very forced thing to watch. Sky Blue needs to learn how to make those promos a little bit more organic.
I'm just gonna grab my my next beer. Just hold on.
Sounds good. Bobby, I'm gonna throw a question to you, Bobby Benino, that is. Are you first off, who is your preferred wrestling company that you watch? I feel it's very AEW, but I could be wrong. I know you're a huge supporter of the women in professional wrestling, which I don't blame you for. They are fantastic. But who are your top 5 favorite people to watch in wrestling, Bobby? I'm curious.
All right.
Also, Bobby, am I saying your last name right? But how do you pronounce it properly? I always wondered that. Now I'm just gonna flat out ask: are we pronouncing your last name right? If not, please educate us on how we properly pronounce that last name. Like Tito, is that it? I'm assuming it's Italian, but am I wrong? Bobby Munson, what is your beer of choice tonight?
Guinness. Drinking the Guinness.
I'm going to ask, have you ever had a Guinness Blonde?
Yes, I have, sir.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes. Also, they have Guinness Fusion now, and I drank some of that too. It's kind of like a cold brew, like coffee infused beer. Delicious.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I so funny. Oh, we got Heel Kevin coming in saying, Bobby.
Yeah.
Heel Kevin, how are you doing?
Buddy, how's it going, brother?
Heel Kevin, we got to get you back on Busting Out at some point. I will say that.
Anybody who's in the chat and hasn't done so already, go subscribe to Heel Kevin on Twitch and YouTube ASAP. One of the coolest dudes you're ever going to get to watch. I wish I could be in more streams. Always thoroughly entertained every time you're on screen, Kev. One hell of a dude, always helping us out too.
Come on, man! I'm always.
That's why I fucking love him. That's great. Chris too, I guess.
Love you, man. I am so happy and so proud of you. For not only getting with the Straight Shoot guys, but also the success you're having right now, especially just with the socials. You are killing it. It could not happen to a better person. The energy you bring in is second to none. I'm going to go out and flat out say you set the bar on what a Twitch streamer, Kick streamer, whatever it is, what it should be. You should be the face of streaming because you are an amazing, not only performer, but just contributor. You do a great work, and I'm so happy and so proud that you're having the success you're just, and because on top of that, you're just an amazing human being. So now don't go give me an I guess because that was nice as fuck, man.
I was gonna say all that after he just totally gave it and said, "Hey, Chris, I guess," but it's all true.
Chris Bass is saying very fun videos from Kevin. Yeah, I mean, This guy makes a gem look like a Canadian penny. Meaningless. All right. Hill Kevin is like, just go follow the guy. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. It took me 5 seconds on his stream to be like, hey Bobby, we need to work. We need to work with this guy because he's amazing.
Yeah.
There you
The
go.
beauty part is we're gonna do it all the time now. What I love about this whole like streaming process, whether it's Twitch or whatnot, is that we really, as streamers, we can change the game. People can do whatever the fuck they want about limiting us in any way, whether it's currency or whether it's monetization, anything. But we really have the power to change the game. All we have to do is just connect with each other, stand up, and tell everybody DX and suck it.
Yeah. Now we'll go.
Yeah.
Sweet. That looks fancy.
I was actually going to watch SmackDown, and then I saw like your notification that you went on to do another streaming. And I was like, yeah, this is easily going to be more fun.
I'm double streaming tonight because, yeah, why not? Plus, I'm really wasted.
Yeah. And I even messaged you asking you like how you were. And then I didn't get a response. And then you're on this. And I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see how it works. Like, I gotta work in 8.5 hours, and I don't even care. This is fantastic.
Yeah. The dangers of letting me out early on a Friday is that I have that many more hours to drink. The great part about letting me out that early on a Friday is also the same answer because I have that many more hours to drink.
It's so funny because on Monday, going into work, right, we see this truck. The emergency lights are on and everything. We kind of find it weird. There's nobody in the truck, right? We get in. I guess this truck driver got pulled over because he was caught drinking and driving. And the position where he's pulled over just happened to be the entrance of our work. So we got the we know we don't have an issue with anybody here kind of speech, but we do want to reinforce just what you guys do away from the job, especially if you guys are coming into work, say like on a Saturday. Don't like too hard. Like the decisions you do reflect on the job here. Sometimes you are represent. We got that whole spiel, right? And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm totally having like 7 beers tonight. Like the whole time. Like that's my thought process. So I was like, yeah. Like I don't have a drinking problem. I have a working solution. But also, if people know me, you see me drinking, but I'm always with people. I do it responsibly. It's actually right there, like upstairs. Okay, so like this is how I live. Okay, I'm gonna show people like a little bit into it. So I'm in the basement of my house where I have a fridge down here. It has like a lot of things. Usually I do keep my alcohol here. I don't bring my alcohol upstairs. I'm always doing it downstairs, if at all. So when I'm upstairs, I'm always drinking, whether it's milk, water, Kool-Aid, big Kool-Aid guy, chocolate milk, essential. Yeah. So
There.
Usually 99% of the times I'm drinking with the people on screen, if anything.
It's a good excuse to drink. Like I
really don't even. I don't even go out that much now. It's pretty wild. But also, when you're having a kid, You kind of just want to keep it simple.
Save that money.
It's not just that. It really isn't, because like, man, like if you are smart enough, you can understand the financial stuff. When you don't have it, that's when it's stressful. But I care more about educating and being a good example than I do about having financial stuff. Because, I mean, Mikey can be smart as fuck. They'll get a scholarship. I'm not going to bank on that. Like, don't get me wrong. A stupid investor banks on something that doesn't have a shot. Like, you got to be smart on that aspect. But click here to continue playing.
Yeah.
Kevin, how's your night going?
We're going to get to that in a second. I'm just rating out from my personal one over to the OLE one.
Yay! Are you in the dashboard of our Twitch?
Not of the OLE one, no, sorry.
Okay, I will open.
I've already got enough things open. I can't overdo the amount of things open right now, or else it'll fuck things right up.
Oh, that's fair enough.
But like once I end the game, I usually go over there afterwards to do a raid out if we have enough people.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the raid from my personal page over to OLE so we could go from there.
Yeah, so like and this is a good time to kind of talk to the people here and understand. So even though you can watch our local establishment on YouTube and on Twitch, if there's things on Twitch that you're using, say whether it's one of the channel points that we have, which is, I believe, called tips, because, well, I mean, the whole idea of our local establishment came from, the old-fashioned tavern thing, right? So tips as in tip your bartender, your waitress, all that good stuff. But yeah, sometimes we miss that because we run through a place called StreamYard that then allows us to play it on other destinations like Twitch, like YouTube, or even Facebook at times, or whatnot. So sometimes we do miss that because we're not always in the Twitch, which we need to be more of. Whereas when you watch a guy like Heel Kevin, that guy I don't think he does StreamYard. He doesn't need it. He knows what he's doing. He's smart.
Very smart.
Not implying we're dumb. We just this is honestly something that we did with Love Wrestling that we carried over. It's what we know, and we don't have any negative things about it. So
it works.
Yeah, just so everybody's aware. But yeah. Usually somebody does have the dashboard on, so we can actually find that. Just like we know that Bastard put that scream on 36 minutes ago.
Whoops, missed it.
Yeah. But we're aware that it happened.
I think the scream is a costly one too, possibly. Not as cheap as the hello motherfucker one.
Yeah. I'm just waiting till we put like a stupid one on that's like for 500,000.
I might have to disable those things if we ever do like a special like mental health stream, so somebody isn't sitting there going and like playing like "Hello, motherfucker" right in the front of a mental health stream or something of the sort.
I mean, I personally would find it kind of entertaining, but like, yes, I understand it too. Because like, I mean, when we do those mental health things, those are very real. Those are very,
They're usually pre-taped anyway, but
yeah, but it's also a different atmosphere. So, it's just like everyday life. Like everyday life, you're not going out there and talking to everyone about your inner thoughts and stuff like that. And when you do, it's very emotional. It's very taxing on who you are. So when we do those episodes, that's exactly the same way. So we want to make sure that we're being respectful to those people, especially when on the Twitch. We're not doing things that we think are funny, even though like I just did say like it would be funny, but I'm a little different in the sense of when it's funny, it's funny. I do think sometimes situational stuff can make it wrong, but yeah, just be respectful.
Yep.
No matter what. You can have a humor level that's different, but just be respectful. And I think that's why comedy, no matter how different the world moves, always kind of remains a constant of being our escape. I really do. But by the time we end this stream, Bobby,
yeah.
if he's still on, do you mind if I do the
raid? You go ahead, brother.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Just because a friend of mine,
yeah,
the featured Fisher, is having his 2-year anniversary stream. It's a 2-year stream anniversary subathon.
Sweet.
Great guy. We rated him, and when I say we, our local establishment rated him after the Secret Invasion show with Andre C. and Ed Fries to Game Time Art, who then did it to him to feature Fisher. That is, the guy's just a great guy. I somehow we got a friend of mine, or 2 different friends of mine's connected. And I think that is so cool. I think that is what makes the raid thing so magical, because you have an opportunity to connect people that you never really expected to.
Yep, I agree with that.
And because of that, relationships can be made. It's just really, really, it's just really cool. And that's why I think the importance of communities are just so important. And that's why, like, if you want to follow us on Discord and join that, feel free. If you want to join it on the Twitter aspect, feel free. But And it's honestly crazy sometimes how powerful a good community can be.
Oh yeah, huge. It's vital.
Yeah. It's a support system, and we all know that in life you need that support system just to move forward at times, because life can hit you with so many different types of heavy things that you question not only your capability, but do you even have it within yourself? But a good support system can build you back up and make you feel more powerful than ever. So, yeah.
Yep.
That's why if you know you have, just trust your gut on, you know you're with the right people, keep them. Keep them in your life and support them because you know.
And I'm telling you, I will probably try to wrap this up. I'm probably going to try to maybe reach level 16 here as fast as possible, and then probably get to a safe zone and call it a night.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We're having fun.
Oh yeah, no, I just want to make sure that I don't get to a point where I do something foolish and die, because I've gotten a good haul here tonight and I don't want to fuck this up.
Now I gotta ask: is this game where if you die, you die, and you have to start from the beginning, or do you like how does it work?
There's two versions of it. There is regular version and there's hardcore version. I am playing on hardcore version. If I die, I die. I go back to the start from square one. Now you could play the other version of it. If you play the other version of it, you die, you go back, you lose a certain amount of your inventory and your money that you've collected, your coins you've collected. But that's it. That's the only consequence to it. Most people play on the other mode.
There's something real about the hardcore, though.
It makes it riskier. It makes for a better watch too. I know that some of the people I work with tune in on Friday afternoon when I'm doing this, because watching a grown man cry can be quite amusing.
You know what? When you can watch something real, it's worth watching.
Oh, this place has stairs. This is going to be bad. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, those are okay.
So, chat, who's still with us?
Yeah. I'm sorry. We're rocking some pretty decent numbers here for this late at night. I'm impressed. You guys are great.
Yeah. Let's shoot that shit, shall we?
Yeah, and thank you for monitoring the chat and everything today, Parrish. I do appreciate it. It's helped me focus on the game and clearly helped me do pretty good tonight. So,
you know, sometimes I'm useful. Chris Betts is saying, I saw when Bobby lost everything a couple of weeks ago. He looks sad.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
But
I'm having a good night so far, so I don't want to jinx it.
Sometimes, though, when you know you're going to risk it all and your moment is on that level, like you know what you're in there for, so you understand it, but the emotional level is going to be locked in.
Yeah.
So, like, when you die, it hurts. When you succeed, you're ecstatic. So,
what the hell? Ooh, this guy's bad news. Took care of that business.
Yeah. Taking care of business every day.
I don't know if I want to keep exploring though. Oh, I'm so close. I'm like a couple more fights and I'm definitely level 16, so I got to take it.
But taking care of business, that's like a CFL song. So if anybody here that are Canadian, they know the Canadian Football League. Yeah, that's a song you'll probably hear at the game. But if you're outside of Canada, you're probably thinking, what the fuck are you guys sing?
Nice. Did it again. Here it is. I get the level up and I'm still exploring down here. Probably pushing my luck.
That's when you get a level up, what are you getting in the process?
What's that? Sorry?
When you level up, what does happen like in the process? Like what do you get out of a level up?
You get skill points, and when you get a skill point, you build up certain things. So you can see I was doing that whirlwind kind of maneuver there. That's a skill point that I built up. So if you go here, you go to abilities, you can see that again. I'm working on ground stomp. I've got whirlwind that's level 11, frenzy. So when I'm hitting like this, that's frenzy. Then you got whirlwind, and then a ground stomp that kind of stuns my enemies temporarily. So.
Okay, does it allow you to have like a? I know a save point is not there because you're in that hardcore mode, but does it do anything on that level or like?
So you're always going to kind of like get a little bit stronger and stuff like that each time that you level up and everything. But like I can portal as long as I'm not trapped in some sort of boss fight or anything like that. I can portal back to town.
Okay. So that's kind of like you're like the oh shit when things are at a level I'm not going to win here. I can
if you can get there. That's why when I got stuck on that one boss,
it's your ultimate get out of jail free card.
Yeah, but when you get stuck with that boss like I did earlier, it was like oh shit, like because if I didn't beat him, I was done. I think so. I was very fortunate to get through that one alive.
Chris Best is coming in saying, by the way, my cat and I have you guys on my TV, and my cat is sitting in front and center watching you guys. Took a picture, dropped it in our Slack chat, well, which I'm now going to look at.
Okay, I gotta read that again. By the way, my cat and I have you guys on TV, and my cat is sitting front and center watching you guys. Yeah, you know what? You should put that on our socials.
It's actually quite funny because it's legit like a TV on, and it's just looking at a cat watching TV. It is very funny.
That's awesome. You should post it to the socials, Parrish.
When I can. I'll do it probably after this. Simply because of situation and stuff. I'm going to probably debut my appearance at the locker room tonight. Soon. When I say soon, I mean right now.
Thinking soon would be. Oh, that's a fucking boss fight. No, we're not getting involved with that. No. That just spells danger. I know it does. I'm going to get trapped in there and I'm going to die and it's all going to be for nothing. And that ain't happening. Nope. That boss can fuck right off for now.
Yeah. Fuck you, boss.
Right.
I love it like that. Yeah,
Probably should head back to town and just call it before I do fuck up.
I mean, and here's the honesty of the situation. As a chat, yeah, you probably want to see just go for broke all the time. You just want to see people go for it, right? Like that's going to make interesting content. But at the same time, when we think long term, we want to see you defeat the game.
That's the thing. I want to get far.
So don't risk it. My advice is don't risk it.
No, I'm back in town.
Be safe.
I am.
And do the thing that you know it is. So the next time you do this, we can continue this journey and watch you win, because that is what's going to be the best part. That watching you win and defeat the game is going to be better than the drama that comes with, you know what, I'm just going to fucking risk it today.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Well, at the same time, too, like, when you risk it, like, you always run, like, people need to know, like, when you risk it, you know the risk. Sometimes risks are worth taking, and sometimes you just know you have to do it, even though you know if you lose, it's very decrement. That's the right word.
Detrimental?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
But at the same time, if you win and you get it, like you win that risk, it's going to jumpstart you.
Yeah. See, I could keep playing probably all night, and it just would lead to disaster, because I'm getting to that point where I'm like, just that right level of like need to slow down.
Yeah, but I mean, for us, we're hitting midnight. For a lot of people in the Eastern time zone, you're hitting 2 a.m. Like Chris Best, it's 2 a.m. for him.
That's insane. Chris, thanks for being here, bud.
Well, I mean, he might be tired, but the cat is locked in, as he showed. So, but yeah, and I'm also going to say this. We usually watch our shows from a monitor on a computer or whatnot. We really rarely watch ourselves on a TV. And as you showed, you had us on a TV. I've done it a few times. It's still pretty cool to see that visual.
Yeah. I do it occasionally too. Like I'll rewatch stuff that we've done and everything like that, which kind of helps. But yeah, it's just one of those things. But I think it's definitely time to call a wrap. I'm definitely getting tired. It's getting up there, and I think me, amongst many others, should probably call it a night. That's what happens when you get older. But I do appreciate, Parrish, for you being here tonight, monitoring chat for being here, watching me play games like twice today. You guys are awesome. I really do appreciate everybody. And in the meantime and in between time, Parrish, why don't you tell the wonderful people where they can find you? I think, hold on, I'll find your stuff here, your ticker. It's here somewhere. There's the busting out one. There it is. There it is. There it is. Now you can go.
Ooh, look.
And then you can rate.
I'm in the yellow. Yeah, I've already rated. I've already rated Feature Fisher. We had more people on YouTube than Twitch. So if you're on the Twitch, you're going to Feature Fisher. Celebrate. Say hey. Tell them who sent you. All that good stuff. Chris Betts saying, I legit watch all of our shows on TV. I'm always doing something else on my laptop, like adding more socials.
There you go, Chris.
We'll believe that last part. Yeah, you can find me on the Twitter, Chris Parrish, Instagram at Chris.Parrish, Twitch at the Chris Parrish, YouTube at Chris Parrish. I'm on Kick because why not? I don't do anything, but I'm on it at kick.com/Chris Parrish. I'm also on Threads at Chris.Parrish because it mimics your Instagram. We all know that, but that's where you can find me on terms of shows that you can see me this Sunday. I'm with that guy, Bobby Munson, French Brothers in action, busting out 49.
49.
Awkward number. Where you were like, I'm still in my 40s, damn it. I'm not a geezer now.
20 away from being really cool.
Yeah. No, you're 20 away from being nice.
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 Fair enough.
We got Bustin' Out coming on Sunday at 12:15 Eastern time. So make sure you're checking that out because it's going to be fun. You never know. Maybe we do something different there. You never know with us. We're like the ultimate romantic, right? You never know what to expect because sometimes we just might pull the rabbit out of the hat and interview the fucking rabbit. You never know. You just never know. But yeah, and then every Monday with a watch along, and then Russell Draft will happen. Season 2 probably coming in the next month. So every Wednesday, check that out.
Perfect. There's my social down below. That's where you guys can follow me. And of course, like Parrish was saying, Busted Out this Sunday. And of course, as always, Thursday nights with Papa Smokes, Ring Respect Radio. Of course, Papa Smokes and I do have another match for Prairie Pro Wrestling coming out tomorrow. It is a tag match with high stakes involved, including an opportunity to become #1 contender for the Prairie Pro Wrestling Championship. Check that out tomorrow not tomorrow, like later today afternoon at this point. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody being in here today. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you.